What I wanted to start with was, first of all, what is Upstream Farms? So people can get some perspective on that, and then let's dig in a little bit to how all that's going and what you guys are doing.
Absolutely. So, like I don't know, our tagline or pitch or whatever, the mouthful of whatever Upstream is, as we like to say, we're twin brothers farming in the Midwest, putting new ideas on old dirt, and then connecting our customers back to the land, one meal and beverage at a time. So that is like our little 10-second spiel or whatever.
That's a good elevator speech right there. I'm sold.
If I
bought
meet like some big wig in an elevator in Vegas or something like that, I'm like, this is what we do. But really what that is our goal is to take commodities that we're raising as farmers, because we grew up on a farm, and after college we returned to that farm, and we just want to see a space in agriculture where we can take what we grow, turn it into a value-added product, sell it back to a consumer, and build a relationship with that consumer as their personal farmer. So we want to see a world down the road where people used to have their mailman or the milkman or their personal hairstylist. We want to be able to provide that relationship with the customer and put that face back with the farmer. And then we think that hopefully we'll see other young farmers doing that and create a different way to do agriculture, not necessarily the only way to do agriculture, but just different way of thinking when it comes to, rather than just expanding in terms of acres, we can vertically integrate and expand in that way. So that's really what we're doing. But I mean, another thing is storytelling. I mean, there's a story to be told in agriculture, and we enjoy doing that. So that's the other half of it, is just a creative outlet for us to tell a story that happens in agriculture every day.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I really love about what you guys are doing, and what had first attracted me to your guys' brand and what you have going on is that storytelling. And frankly, I'm surprised that you guys aren't bigger on like social media and stuff like that than you actually are. Not that you're not, but with the content that you create and the story that's told, it's like, I just feel like once people really discover it, it's going to get pretty crazy. I don't know if that's how you guys feel, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's nuts, because like the space of content, and this is a whole nother rabbit hole we could get down in, but it's really, I mean, you can create the best content in the world, but and just document all you want.
Yeah.
But it's those outlets, there's different.
If nobody sees it.
Exactly. There's different media platforms that get saturated and other ones that have that space. And then also, as we become more responsible farm owners and we've taken on more responsibility on the farm, creating that content has been a whole nother beast. And so... But with that, we've still been able to grow our brand in different ways, more word of mouth and things like that, which has been super interesting. So we found that as we've grown, but we still, I mean, every day I get on and I get to engage with some of our people in the social realm. It's super fun.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel there's a growing desire for the consumer to get back to that one-on-one experience, to actually buy from the farmer, from the butcher. When did that light bulb go off for you guys that, hey, this might be something that people want, to hear the story, meet the people, and then do business with them?
I don't know if there was actually like a one time that happened. I think that we started our kind of entrepreneurial journey in the Angler Entrepreneurship Program at UNL. I mean, from the time we were in high school, I guess you could go back to say that we were really involved in our community. We would, as high schoolers, freshmen and sophomores in high school, we'd go to economic development meetings in our hometown of Albion, because we just really cared about the community. We always felt supported, whether it was through sports in high school or whatever we were doing. We felt that support, and we loved our hometown. We loved our community. We always wanted to give back in some way. And when we went to the Angler Entrepreneurship Program at UNL, we found ourselves going down rabbit holes trying to start businesses just because we wanted to, because that's what you were there to start a business. And so, we explored a lot of different things. And when we came back to it, what we really wanted to do was just provide a business that could support our hometown and just give back to our hometown in some sort of way. And so we see what we're doing as an intersection of, this creativity that Matt and I have, which is, we grew up in the music. My mom was a piano teacher, and it was weird, in a small town, you kind of do a bunch of different things. We were in band, but we were also on the football team. And so it's just like you get this whole rounded experience. And so we actually ended up at UNL, not only being in the entrepreneurship program, but we were in the UNL drum line and in the UNL marching band and things like that. So we had this diverse passions, very diverse passions, that we wanted to create a business that was based around those passions and was kind of the intersection between, this really creative outlet, but also agriculture, which we're obviously also very passionate about. So,
Yeah, and I mean, just to go off of that too. I mean, we also, just like in more practical terms, we grew up, eating with a freezer full of beef, and that was the first thing.
Mhm.
We were like, I remember one time when we first went to college, the first beef that I ever ate